Hello, video journal today, and I just got off the phone with the functional dentist, and he was reviewing the CT scan or the cone beam scan that I had done 12 days, so 12 days ago, and we're trying to see if there's anything related with my teeth in the root canal that I had here and one up here to the growth of the tumor, because nothing else seems to be helping it. Although the tumors on my shoulder and the spots on my chest and breast seem to be responding well to different therapies. But this one, today you can see I've got it taped. It's actually taped open so that the eyelashes don't poke me, because I can't actually see them or grab them to pluck them this time. Yesterday I taped it shut because I was able to keep it shut after pulling it down and then closing my eye and taping it like that. Today the eyelashes are poking my upper eyelid and my eye, and I can't see them to grab them and get them out, so I have to keep it open. And sometimes they still get me, and my eye gets a little bit dry. But, you know, what are you going to do? I pray and I trust. That's what I can do. It sucks. Just gonna be real. It's very irritating, but then I think about that little boy whose body was burned, and his mom had to change his bandages every day and peel skin off of his body. And the pain he must have felt, and she must have felt. So, I'm like, seriously, what have I got to complain about? Nothing. And my heart goes out to them. I just pray blessings over them and anyone else who's going through those kind of struggles. So mine seems minor in comparison, these struggles that I have. So the doctor's going to call in. He's going to be gone out of the country for a couple weeks. And so he's going to, because of the urgency of this growing continuously, which I believe is related to my jaws. Well, I'll go back. What he found was under the root canal, it seems to have failed, and there's cyst under there. And on this side, which I didn't have a root canal on the lower, there's also a scalloped, bubbly looking, there's cyst there as well, cyst or cysts. And he said that they are potentially precancerous or cancerous on both sides. So we need to have them I chose for the option to have them extracted as soon as possible, sent into pathology, and micro pathological study done to see what kind of bacteria or activity is going on there that's actually causing the cysts, and whether it's related to the basal cells in there or not, which obviously makes me think that that's probably what is going on here as well. So my prayer and hope is that once they're extracted and we get those properly cleaned out and taken care of, that this can start healing. And I also start hyperbaric and neurofeedback therapies on Monday. I'm going to continue to do my part, and everything that I feel that can be done holistically, medically, that makes sense, and that I feel God is leading me to do. And we'll see where it goes, because I believe that this is going to be healed. And with the therapies that I'm going to be doing, and the extractions and having the bridges put in on, actually this one is the last tooth, so I don't think I'll have to do anything there, but if I do, I will. And we'll go from there. But on a good note, and I think that this thing that's going on here, I think is just, that's essentially where the growth underneath is. So I think it's just a extension. I've got a Band-Aid on it right now with the topical cream. I think it's just an extension of what's going on internally there in that one spot, which makes perfect sense. And so, but the other ones are actually doing really well. My skin's still very dry, very dehydrated in spite of how much water or fresh juice or hydration I give it. My body doesn't seem to be absorbing properly, and it makes my skin very dry and wrinkly and looks old, much older than it should for 55. The skin areas that met the ABC, possibly DE areas, are actually recovering nicely. This one on my throat seems almost healed. These here and then these here are actually coming out more. This one seems to be active, quite active, in addition to these two. And this one isn't, these aren't as near as sensitive as these and these. And then I've got some on my lower breast, or on my upper breast on my left one, lower breast on my right. And then, of course, the tumors that the doctor said were melanoma are actually doing very well. I'm expecting some of the black stuff to start coming out again in today or tomorrow, because we don't want to do any more biopsies that are disruptive like this one was. Unless we could take the whole thing, and if it's melanoma, you can't really do that, generally speaking, especially for as long as it's been there. So, but I know that can be healed naturally. Our body is, God has created our bodies to be miraculous, self-healing bodies, and we just need to figure out what's causing the problems, get to the root causes, and then we can implement the solutions. That's how we've had to do it with all of the issues that we've ever had in our family, because the medical community has unfortunately not had the answers for the chronic illnesses and conditions. They are excellent at emergency care, and they suck at chronic care, because they don't treat anything. They manage symptoms, and that's not health care. That's sick care, which I have no interest in. I want complete healing, and that's what I expect. Anywho, so that's the update for today. And I've got these things over here on my left jaw, which I'm guessing is also related to the cysts underneath on that back tooth. So my flesh just wants to cry and have self-pity. And, live in my flesh. And my spirit says, well, that's not helpful. Why would you want to do that? Well, I personally don't want to do that. But my flesh is like, yeah, give it to me. Let that self-pity come in, and also, oh yeah, let fear come in too. Precancerous, cancerous. Ooh, aren't you scared, Wendy? Well, I serve a God who's far bigger than any cancer. And I know can heal me miraculously if he chose to, which he hasn't. I've been praying for it. And I can get through it because the Holy Spirit lives in me. And that's the only way I get through it, because otherwise I'd have to live in my flesh, and that would be horrible. I would hate to have to live in my flesh right now and not have the option of living in the Spirit with the Holy Spirit. Ugh, that would be unimaginable. And so, if I ever share this and you're hearing it, I pray that you know Jesus and you have the Holy Spirit living in you so that you can get through this with faith, hope, and love and peace and joy and the fruit of the Spirit, and still operating in your gifts of the Spirit during these trials. So everything we go through is a test, and I'm going to pass. That's just how it is. So excited to see what today and tomorrow bring, and asking God to give me long life and longevity as I go through these things with my family. And yeah, I'm going to have a great day. I hope you do too. In fact, make it a great day. Make it an exceptional day, because that's what I'm going to do. All right. Well, I'm choosing to live peaceful by design, not happy by design, which was the name of my company when I was coaching full-time. Happy by design. It's your life. Design it. Love it. Now, I like the tagline. I don't like the name of it, because happy is a fleeting feeling, which isn't, it's nice, but it's not necessary, because I have joy, a deep, deep sense of joy in my heart that comes only from knowing Christ and my Father in heaven and having the Holy Spirit living in me. So I hope that you have that too. Okay, take care. God bless. Love you. Bye. I have used the sauna today already, and I sweat a lot, which was great. And just finished making my coffee for the enema. And so that's what I'm doing right now. And it was really weird and uncomfortable at first, and probably for the first week. But now I know that the benefits of it are well, they far outweigh the discomfort, meaning the psychological discomfort or the awkwardness of an enema, because it certainly does not seem natural. However, the benefits of it are tremendous at cleaning the liver and helping to flush toxins from the colon and that sort of thing. So, I'm okay with it. And wish I didn't have to do them, but out of necessity, that's what I do. So I am grateful for the Gerson therapy is the one that I'm doing. So it's a lot of work, and I'm waiting to get more help. I only had help once a week before, and now I'm getting it. My daughter's coming to help me, so I'm pretty grateful for that. Yeah, beyond grateful. So I'll be able to do the fresh juices and the coffee enemas, and so I'm doing everything I can and know how, or have been suggested by medical professionals and natural health professionals to do. And so I'm excited about the potential for a complete healing. And that's why I want to document it, because I know that I can help a lot of other people to understand that there are alternatives or optional ways of dealing with this, and that is to get to the root of it, or roots of the cancer, and find different ways to solve those problems. So that's what I'm doing, and this is just one of the many, many things that I'm doing in order to overcome the cancer naturally. So it's physical, spiritual, emotional. Emotional health is a huge part of it. Of course, spiritual is the first. That's my foundation, my solid rock on which I stand. And then the emotional side of it, managing my emotions, disciplining my disappointments, just all of those things that are very psychological in nature. And I've been studying it for, I've been studying psychology since I was a teenager. So that's like the second layer of, or subfloor, if you will, my foundation being Christ, my subfloor being managing my emotions and my psychology. And then the third would be nutrition and supplementation and other therapies, and helping my body to, like, supporting all of the organ systems, just every function in my body to the best of my knowledge and the wisdom that God is giving me and others that I'm working with to know what to do, how to do it, when to do it, and all of that good stuff. So, all right, well, that's all I've got for right now. So the coffee enema, it is almost done. Now I'd hold for 15 minutes. Okay, God bless. Bye-bye.